welcome, Gemini, to your Astrodice reading for April. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, hit that big old like button. Okay. Best message, please. Best house. We have some Pluto energy coming in with some Scorpion energy. Ooh, two of the same over here, going straight into the 5th house of love. Okay. This Pluto energy is your ability to transform, take a big leap forward, and rebirth. Of course. Having that transformation. Sometimes it's also about not just transforming, but it's also about that letting go, right? So that we can transform. So let's see what we got over here. Doing it Scorpion style. This energy is intense, masterful, thoughtful, and magnetically charming, but also secretive and can be possessive. And in the 5th house, where you have fun, romance, and create things you are proud of. So having a huge transformation over here, and it does feel huge within this area of the 5th house. So let's get straight into the situation. The situation is taking place beginning of the month, middle of the month, and the end of the month. Okay, and beginning of the month for Gemini. Best message for Gemini. For Gemini, beginning of the month, which is almost over, guys. I'm sorry about that, but it is. The holiday, I was really busy during Easter, so let's see. But got to get them out, you know what I mean? Let's see. Better late than never, I always say. Avoiding conflict, respecting each other's differences. So there definitely looks like there's a transformation in the way that you're seeing diversity over here with this person. Could be a Leo, doesn't have to be. It could be definitely a Leo I'm picking up on. I got Leo twice, but having the victory in the situation. So it does look like you guys are coming to terms over here. It does look like Gemini, you coming out as the Queen of Swords. That is your card. For myself, that's the way I read. It looks like you are making some boundaries. And by making these boundaries in the beginning of the month, whether you've already done so or you're getting ready to, this is bringing in this new communication, but it's also clearing the mind. Not only you're very clear-minded about where you're setting your boundaries and what truths you want to speak, it's also about the way that they're seeing you having this clear mind and this direct communication. So they're definitely seeing that you're making some different choices. And this is going to help avoid this conflict between the two of you. You know, once we get direct about what we're going after and we're not confused about the situation anymore, then we can think about, okay, this is the way it's going to be, right? If we're going to be together, this is the way it's going to be. The Hermit, thinking a lot about the situation, standing your ground, to avoid the Tower. But avoiding a tower is also making a tower. It's a different kind of tower. When the Tower is in reverse, it doesn't say that there wasn't a tower. It just means that we're avoiding the major tower. I'm taking on this position to make this crumble the way it was before it comes to the point to where we're not going to be able to interact at all and the whole relationship crumbles to the ground. So it's still kind of saving grace in its own way by making this tower. And by making this tower is saying that I'm standing my ground and putting up my boundaries to let you know this is the way it's going to be. Things will change so that this relationship can build more solid, right? Because some things need to change. And that's where that's where that transition is coming from. You know, you're saying, do you want this wiped to the ground? No, I'm going to use my intuition to make crumble what needs to be crumble by adding new things. And it looks like they're thinking about this and they're saying, okay, let's do this. That's the agreeing to disagree on the situation. And respecting each other's differences when it comes to these situations. If it doesn't happen this way, then it's not going to happen at all. Let the tower fall, right? We'll just throw that tower straight up. and let the inevitable in. Because you know it's not going to last long. So this is bringing the victory to the situation, or at least trying to bring in the victory. It's trying to, like I said, it's trying to save the relationship. So going to the mid-month. Clarify on the mid-month, please, for Gemini, on how this is working. Pluto under Pluto. Nice. So this is definitely the ending of the new, this is the ending of what was going on and truly making this new beginning. It's definitely transforming this relationship for the best. Yeah. Page of Pentacles. Finding common ground. The desire to manifest for each other. The desire to make things work. Yep, for the 10 of Cups. Yep. Desiring to make this work. This is going to work. We got this. This is what has to happen. You guys can also be dealing with a Virgo. A Virgo twice. Could be a Scorpio as well. It doesn't matter really who it is, but I do say one thing. This is definitely the opportunity that it needed to transform this into actually building it the right way. Finding that blissful relationship, aligning your guys' selves together so that you're still on the same page. Now we can transform this. Now we can make this work. Now we can develop a newer relationship instead of worrying about what was going on before. So it's turning this relationship into this happy place. Clarify at least one card. The Star card. Wow. Seeing that there's hope and faith within this situation, rounding that back down to something that's more legit, something that we can actually build off of. Seeing eye to eye for sure. Now you could feel more calm about the situation. I feel like they can feel more calm about the situation as well. Because at least now the both of you know where you stand. And you're standing finally on common ground instead of always agreeing to disagree about the situation and feeling like there is definitely this diversity. Yeah, because I felt like before it was just, I'm just agreeing to disagree. I just don't even care. But it doesn't have to be that way, right? You can still respect each other's differences, but it does come down to the point where it still causes agitation. So now you guys can actually get to a place where you're both agreeing, not just trying to compromise. You have to think of it this way. If that's conflict and the Five of Wands is in reverse, if you're respecting each other's differences and just agreeing to disagree with each other, that's just compromise. But now it's saying there is no compromise. We're actually in a place of where we have both an understanding on the same page. Yeah, I get it. I'm not just saying that just because I want to. No, we're actually like, yeah, that's the way it should be. Yeah, you're right. The end of the month, you do have the World. You do have a completion for accomplishments within this relationship. You're feeling whole about this relationship. You feel like you've come back as one. You're now one together with new ideas, creative powers, potential new beginnings and opportunities, whether this is in your creative endeavors, like your band, maybe it's just a side gig, but the band's getting, whatever, or this romantic relationship, however it is. But you're getting back to this place to where you can find, that you guys are definitely feeling more confident about one another and feeling like this is where everything has majorly turned, and you can focus and be determined on how this is going to go forward in the future. So May, we can only see that in May that it is continuing to keep moving forward for you, that you guys are still on the same road with the same aspirations, with the same ideas and discoveries, feeling more free from each, from all those other things, because now it's more solid. Wow. There has to be, if this is a love situation, or even if it's a creative endeavor, you guys have this band or whatever it is as this hobby, this gig, it is showing that you guys definitely, no matter what, in the end, want the same things. It's just about how to accomplish those things together. how to put the little things together to make it transform into what it is it needs to be. And that's exactly what you've done. You've come together as one to make this happen. Finding that common ground. We don't always like everything that everybody else likes, but we can find that common ground. Absolutely. So you have the King of Swords to the Two of Cups. Finally being aligned. Yep, having conversations that are aligning with each other. Things that you guys, like I said before, that you found common ground on. I'm just going to leave it there because that's exactly all it is. It's just repeating pretty much what I already said. So until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.